Hey team, thanks for joining us today in a dynamics training. This training is specific to the BDM team and maybe the partner team to assure that we have end user agreements filled out for all installer or dealer orders. As you know, the way the process works is that the dealer or installer will order the product directly from us at OpenTech. They will resell that product to the end user. But in order for the end user to use Control Center and all the features and functions that go along with it and their gate system, they have to sign an end user agreement with OpenTech directly. So there's two order agreements for these total orders, one to the installer and one to the actual end user themselves. Typically, this comes through the partner team. The partner team will be engaged by the installer and the dealer. They'll process an order. They will gather the end user information and they will set up a task within the opportunity or on the end user account for the BDM in the territory to create the end user agreement. You'll find those tasks in your open activities list. Typically, you can search for your tasks with the subject including or containing EAU, end user agreement. If you're trying to find those tasks, I wonder if I have an example of one. I do not yet. But a way to get around missing or anything falling through the cracks is you can see I'm in CEO of my territory dashboard. If I scroll down four columns, you've got two sections, 4 and 5. One is the current month partner orders, and another is the previous month partner orders. If we're on top of this stuff, what I would do is on a daily basis, I would check the current month partner orders. I would go to the ellipsis on the right hand side. I would open up this list view by seeing all records. And then what I would do is, and this is really important, I would open up these are installer closed won opportunities. You can tell that the customer, these are all installers. And if I scroll over to the right, we'll probably see that they're mostly Gary, Anna, and or Bob. Okay. Scroll back over here. So the potential customer is the partner, and the territory that that installer dealer is in is next to it. But then the important one is the end user account. This is who they're actually selling the product to, and this is who we need to create the end user agreement for. So if I go over here and I just filter out by my territory, so let's take a look at Mountain. I can click Mountain, I can hit apply, and it should only bring up the three installer orders, okay, for end users in the Mountain region. And then what I would do is I would hit Control click on all three of these. I would go to the opportunity itself, and you can see if I go to installation order details, the end user in the lower right hand corner. But if you go back to the list view, you'll also notice that the end user account is right here. Okay. So we can actually click on StoreMark Self Storage, and in a separate browser, it will open up, separate tab, it will open up StoreMark Self Storage. So this is the end user account. So what we really need to look for in here is, do we have an opportunity for the end user agreement? Okay. Wow, we've got quite a few. So now we know that these are end user agreements for CIA only. So I can filter out IOE. Oh, you might get the occasional kiosk. Okay. And we've got end user agreements, but this was back on 327. Okay. It looks like we've got an end user agreement set up right here for Mountain StoreMark Self Storage. If I click on that, I can align as to whether the opportunity has been created for that end user agreement. Okay, looks like George took care of one on the second. It does not look like that there is one created for this particular order. It's probably a relatively new order. Oh no, it's on the second. Oh, my apologies. Auburn Marley Fence is the potential customer in this particular case. Okay. So this one has already been created. If we went to DXD Capital and we went to related opportunities, we would also see end user agreements have been created. So it looks like folks are staying on top of them. If you find one that does not have an end user or an opportunity in the end user agreement, then obviously that's when you know you would need to create one. So let's take a look at one real quick here. Let's actually open this up. So now again, we're in an opportunity for the end user. This is not about the actual installer and dealer yet. But let me go to the product line items. We're going to always have three line items on the end user agreement: the onboarding fee, the lifetime services fee, and the Genie kit, which is no cost. Okay. The installation order details are going to be the information of the person that's going to be there on site helping them with the installation. Okay. So those of you that have used the create document, okay, at that point we would create a document and we would send that to DocuSign. Let's open create document here real quick. And we've got an end user. Let's go to CIA. And we've got lifetime order agreement for single facility. Okay. So if I actually go through the process, I click next. The file type is a document, Word doc. Okay. We want to attach it. We can create that document and it will take all of the information in the product line items and it will make it available to us here, also available for us to upload to DocuSign. Okay. So if I return back to the list view, the important thing is that I have the ability to search by territory end user territories. I can look at these opportunities, these accounts, excuse me, and I can actually see if the opportunities have been created. So if I filter that out, I clear that out. Everybody should really do that on a daily basis, and that way you know we actually have an actual close date, newer to older. So it looks like today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 opportunities were closed across multiple regions. So we really have to stay on top of this and help make sure we get those end user agreements signed. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with me today. Hopefully this video will be helpful for you.